What is up, dudes? Lady dudes, welcome back to Just Nuts here. Today, I'm doing a little Time Thief discussion video. Just kind of generic, just my thoughts on like where Time Thieves are, where they could be, and just everything, pretty much everything about them right now. Because, 2 days ago, we did get the new Time Thief XZ's monster revealed. That's the new one. What's her name? Her name is Perpetua. She's pretty good. She's pretty much like an assistant to Redoer. She kind of just helps Redoer do what he does, but a little bit better. Pretty cool. I really like her. And yeah, but that's not what this video is about. This video is not about her specifically. I just want to go back to the Time Thief stuff because we got this wave like, what is this? Is this Savage Strike? Yeah, we got these cards back in from Savage Strike, which I believe was February, and now we're on 8th month of the year. Good God, no, we're on 9th month of the year. Yeah, I'm going crazy. I'm sorry. I'm stupid. I don't even know my months. But yeah, it's been a minute, and finally we get new support announced. We don't even know when we're getting Perpetua, but we know the OCG is getting her in the extra pack, and so hopefully we get her soon. But pretty much just going back and looking through all these cards that the deck plays. You have cards like Winder, Regulator, and Bezel Ship. But the funny part is, as far as competitively is concerned, like nobody plays any of these cards, or the Speller the Trap for that matter. People just used Redoer because he's so generically good, which I don't blame them. It's a generic rank 4, and it has some very strong applications, especially if you're able to make him with Shade Brigadine, and especially when like Rusty Bardiche was still a thing in the meta. This is a very common card you saw played, and then if Orcus could end on like their maximum board, you would see Redoer as a part of it, and it'd be pretty tough to break through. He'd be that last little bit that kind of makes that board truly unbreakable. He's just a really powerful card. But I think it's funny that none of these cards get played, and I'm curious to see what they really try and do with this deck, because we don't really need these cards necessarily. I mean, like, really, like, I think a lot of people would say that Regulator seems like a good card, but there's a reason why like Rescue Rabbit and Rescue Cat are not really played anymore. It's because they're super susceptible to hand traps. I mean, if you normal summon him, he gets hit with a hand trap, boom, done. He gets hit with Veiler and Permanence. If you tribute himself to special summon 2 from deck, Ash Blossom, done. Cool. Wasted my normal summon and I have nothing on board. Cool. You lose, right? So I don't think this card's actually that great. This card is just like the most susceptible to hand traps that you like literally can be, as far as like cards go. Bezel Ship's a nice card, but you're never gonna play it at like more than 2 max. He just comes back from the grave and helps, like, you know, span the board a little bit, extra level 4s. And Winder actually is like a really, like, just in terms of like when you just read a card, and if you read this card without knowing what the rest of the archetype did, you'd be like, that's a busted card. You can remove any material from any XYZ monster you control to special summon it from the hand, and then if he's normal or special summon, you just get to add any Time Thief card from deck to hand. So really, he's like amazing. He's like a Stratos if Stratos could special summon himself and then search. He's really strong, but unfortunately, your search targets are not too crazy. Like, you want Bezel Ship in the graveyard more than you want it in hand. Regulator's okay, but if you use your normal summon on him, you're not going to be able to get Regulator out. Or if you special summoned him, that's only really working in a situation where you're able to get an XZ on board before you special summon him, and then you search Regulator as your normal summon. And that's kind of just, you'd have to kind of open the nuts and a half to kind of get to that point. So, like, as far as the monsters go, those aren't great search targets. Time Thief Hack isn't a very good card. This is probably the worst card in the entire archetype. I mean, really, it protects your XZ's monsters the turn they're summoned by being destroyed or targeted, I believe, by opponent's card effects. And then, like, if you battle, you can, like, use this card to, like, make an XZ's, like, gain attack and then possibly attack directly. Like, super mediocre card. I mean, just for today's standard. So, like, I don't really want to search that, honestly. And Time Thief Flyback, probably the best, you know, target to search off Winder that there is. But you know, it attaches one Time Thief card from your hand or deck to one of your Time Thief XZs, which could be nice. You know, getting a trap, a spell, a monster, whatever you want on redo, whatever you don't have, could be nice. Then also from graveyard, you can banish it. Right? Hold on, let me make sure this does what I think it does. Yeah, this card you can banish from your graveyard to attach one card your opponent has in their graveyard to your XZ's monster that you control. Or your Time Thief XZs. So that's actually not that bad. Like, it's a semi-legitimate like graveyard disruption. I mean, like, your opponent is playing Orcus. They send a harp as part of their combo. You use this card as a quick effect on your opponent's turn to banish itself to equip that harp to your redoer. And then, like, I guess they lost the harp. You got an extra material. Whoop-de-freaking-do. We're doing it. But, like, my point still stands that, like, even though you read this card and you're like, wow, that card's amazing. You're going to play that card at 3 in the deck you play it in. But your search targets are so mediocre. The deck definitely needs something better to search. Like a monster that gets itself out of the hand. Another monster that helps you put another little 4 on board. You need, like, one more spell, one more trap that maybe do a little more. Like, I think Flyback's fine. But definitely a better spell. I don't know. I really don't know. But that's why, like, we've never seen any of this main deck stuff be played at all. And I would really like to see that, because I think Redoer is a strong enough card by itself that if you build just like if Konami rounds out a little bit of the archetype around him and makes like this stuff actually do a little more, we definitely could be looking at something feisty. That being said, I mean, I don't think it needs to be like crazy. Like, I wouldn't even be that mad if we're kind of forced to, if like the extra deck stuff is just like Redoer and Perpetua, and then just like you just have like a main deck of like just one card rank 4s and stuff. Like, you know what I mean? Like Neospace Connector, special summon I don't know. Do they have a level 4 Neospatian that they can summon? I don't know if any of them are level 4. If they are, you just special, like, that's what I mean. Like, not necessarily him, if he fits or not, I don't remember. But like in general, stuff kind of like him. Just a card that you summon and gets out another level 4, and then you can make Redoer, and then just maybe you play a bunch of traps and hand traps, and you just play like a Redoer control deck. I'd be down to play that because I literally love Redoer so much. This card is so incredibly strong that I just want to play him, but I don't want him to be just like, I don't know, that mediocre card that you, not mediocre, but like that solid card you go in after you've done your whole board. I want him to be the main part of the deck. I want him to strike fear into people. Know that he's going to be annoying to deal with because he can tag himself out and come back on the end phase. That he can just return a card to the top of your deck, any face-up card as a quick effect, and also just draw me a free card when he does so. You know, that's like maximum capacity, but I don't know. I think he's so good, and I would love to see this deck actually do a little something by itself. I mean, I know it's asking a lot, but they would need like a couple more main deck cards to really make Winder quite worth it, and then you'd have to play probably some other like rank 4 support stuff. But I don't know, man. I'm a fan. And like I said in the video of the news when Perpetua got leaked, or revealed, I don't say leaked, she gave off a weird, interesting vibe to me. I think sometimes when we see a deck like this, you get 6 cards right out the gate. They're okay, but they don't do enough by themselves. Redoer is a good generic card, but the rest of them don't really do much by themselves. You wait and you're like, maybe the next support will really round out the archetype. And Perpetua doesn't, but I think that's okay. Like, she does. She helps Redoer, but she doesn't like Perpetua didn't come out and I was like, oh my god, they're good. They're immediately good. Like, you can just play Time Thief the deck. Not necessarily. But what it does mean to me is that I think Konami, seeing that is encouraging, because it just means Konami is acknowledging, like, we want more Time Thief stuff. They want to make more Time Thief stuff. And because she doesn't necessarily make the archetype, like, great already or, like, playable, like, they're not even, like, a deck right now. They just don't do much. Hopefully it means we'll get more stuff in the future, and that's like really what I'm trying to get here. Is I don't think Perpetua says to me that Konami is like done, like that's the last piece of support, like good luck and have fun. I think to me it says more like encouraging, like here's one more card, stay tuned for more, because more's coming. That's how I kind of interpret it. But obviously, feel free to have your own opinions on that. That's pretty much all I really want to talk about. Just some generic, like just some discussion thoughts on just Time Thieves. And I think they're so cool. Their designs are awesome. Winder and redoer look awesome. Bezel ship is cool. I love Flyback's artwork. They're just cool, man. They're just cool. I don't know what else to say. But I think that's pretty much it, guys. Let me know your thoughts down below. Just let me know your thoughts on Time Thieves. Where you think they can be in the future. Just anything. Any thoughts, really. Just a really super open comment section in this one. But let me know down below. Thank you so much for watching, guys. As always, subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. I know it's been a little slow, but we haven't gotten really, like, a lot of videos. I do a lot of news videos, and, like, we haven't really been getting much news lately. I think Ignition Assault stuff will start ramping up. I think we'll start getting some more Dual Devastator reveals and stuff like that. So hopefully that'll be soon. But I don't know. At least for now, this is where we're at. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, like I said, subscribe, and I love you. Peace.